Hello and welcome to our channel Saurav Civil Service Classes, and today in this video we are going to discuss about the Chartered Act of 1833. The Chartered Act of 1833 created for the first time a government of India having authority over the entire territorial area possessed by the British in India. The lease of 20 years to the company was further extended. The territories of India were to be governed in the name of the Crown, and the company's monopoly over trade with China and India also ended. In this act, all restrictions on European immigration and the acquisition of the property in India were lifted. The way was paved for the wholesale European colonization of India. In the act, the Governor General was given the power to superintend, control and direct all civil and military affairs of the company in Bengal, Madras, Bombay and all other territories were placed under complete control of Governor General, and all revenues were to be raised under the authority of the Governor General, who would have complete control over the expenditure to the government of Madras and Bombay were drastically deprived of their legislative power and left with a right of proposition to the Governor General the project of law which they thought to be expedient. A law member was added to the Governor General's councils for professional advice on law making, and Indian law were to be codified and consolidated. No Indian citizen was to be denied employment under the company on the basis of religion, color, birth, descent, and although the reality was different, this declaration formed the seat anchor of political education in India. Now look at the features of the Charter Act of 1833. Charter Act of 1833. This act was the final step towards centralization. Features of the act. Look at what is the features of this act. Made Governor General of Bengal as Governor General of India. Lord William Bentinck was first Governor General of India. Third is Governor General of India given exclusive legislative power. Laws made under previous act called regulation. Laws made under this act called acts. Ended activities of East India Company as commercial body, and finally become purely administrative body. These all are the features of this act of Chartered Act of 1833. Now moving forward to Chartered Act of 1853. Chartered Act of 1853. This was the last of the series of Chartered Act passed by the British Parliament between 1793 and 1853. It was a significant constitutional landmark. The company was to continue possession of territories unless the Parliament provided the company's patronage over these services. was dissolved, the service were now thrown open to a competitive examination. The law member became the full member of the Governor General's Executive Council. Local representation was introduced in the Indian legislature, and the legislative wing came to be known as the Indian Legislative Council. However, a law to be promulgated needed the assist of the Governor General, and the Governor General could veto any bill of the Legislative Council. Now look at the features of this act. Charter Act of 1853. Last revised Charter Act was passed by British. Significant. It is a significant constitutional landmark. Now the features of this act was, look at the following are the features of the act. Separated the legislative and executive functions of the Governor General Council. Governor General's Legislative Council came to known as Indian Legislative Council. Legislative councils functioned as a mini parliament. Introduced open competition system of civil servant, and this is the most important features of this act. Open competition system also for Indians. Open competition system also for Indians. Macaulay Committee on the Indian Civil Services was appointed in 1854. It extended the company rules, and finally it introduced local representation in Indian Legislative Council. That's all. So these all are the act came under the company rules, and it is regulated by the company of East India Company. And for in next video we will discuss about the crown rule for making the constitutional framework. So thank you very much for this video. Have a good day.